Hey everyone, welcome to As I See It. This is the channel where I talk all things politics. Remember the other day when I said Trump was going to get desperate and do anything to try to win, to try to stay out of jail? Well, he's doing it. And I want to talk about this. So I still have concerns about worst case scenario, about violence and possibly even something from a foreign government totally disrupting our election cycle. But in the meantime, what he's doing is what he always does. He is trying to steer the media coverage away from Kamala Harris and the brilliant things, her brilliant campaign, and all the momentum, and all the winning, and all the pro-American policies by doing what Trump always does: outrage. It started this cycle with the whole eating pets Haitian thing. All it was a strategy to distract from Kamala Harris kicking his ass in the debate. She wiped the floor with his ass. She killed him in the debate. I mean, it was ridiculous. She baited him because his fragile little ego can't handle anybody talking about people leaving his rallies, because crowd size apparently, for someone who is so fragile and egotistical and insecure, apparently he needs crowd sizes to make himself feel important and worthy. And she was able to bait him by calling him out on the fact that she's got bigger crowd sizes than him. And besides that, she kicked his ass on policy over and over and over and over again. And besides that, there's the policy, right? She's got well thought out, intelligent arguments for the policy that she wants to implement to help the American people. And what does he have? He has hate and divisiveness and name calling and fear mongering. Oh my God, America's going to hell. You know, I still, in the comments, I keep seeing, well, the disaster of the last 4 years. Tell me exactly what disaster. I mean, it's delusional. It's delusional at this point. If you think the last 4 years have been a disaster, you either don't know what the meaning of disaster is, or you're delusional. And probably brainwashed is probably the real answer, because you're watching too much right-wing news. But here's what is really important about Trump's lies. And the more outrageous they are, the more the media flocks toward this crazy thing that Trump did. We, as consumers, as voters, as sane people who understand how dangerous he is, we need to have some self-restraint and not buy into that. He is going to try to steal every news cycle. And when he dominates every news cycle, just like he's always done, he's top of mind. It's kind of like advertising 101, marketing 101, top of mind awareness. They know his name. They know who he is. He's always there, and he's familiar, and he's recognizable. And as long as he stays in front of the media all the time, in a way, he's got an advantage, even if it's crazy. How many of you have a toxic relative who, growing up, the only way they knew how to get attention was through being horrible? Rotten, horrible, temper tantrums and whining. And how many of you know people like that? They sucked all the energy and all the attention out of every room they ever walked into. Can any of you relate to that? You know who I'm talking about. That's who Trump is. He's the bad, horrible kid who can only get attention by being crazy, right? And the crazier he is, the more attention he gets. We need to not give it to him. And here is what we can do. I understand the curiosity. Oh my God. Okay, what did he do now? I want to hear the story. Listen to it once. Go to one of your news sources, preferably not a mainstream media. Listen to the story once. Don't share it. Don't comment. Don't like it. Because all of those things help engagement on social media. Do not feed in to his need to dominate the news cycle and basically steal all the attention away from Harris. Don't buy into it. You can listen to it because you want to inform yourself. You want to know what's going on. Don't share it. Don't like it. Don't comment on it. Instead, Go to a positive story about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Go to something, a piece of their policy that's going to help the American people. Something that you learned today about how good she's going to be for your pocketbook or your health care, or how good she's going to be for the economy and how she's going to create jobs. We need to take control of the narrative. We, the people, we need to do this because we know media is not going to do it. Media, all they care about is the clicks and the dollars, right? So we need to take charge. We need to drive the narrative. And the only way we can do that, I always talked about how if we don't like what big corporations represent, we vote with our dollars. Well, here we vote with our clicks, right? We vote with our share. We vote with our attention. And instead of promoting all the latest, craziest, stupid thing that Trump did, because there's going to be more, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be uglier, it's going to be more ridiculous. I mean, he's, cozying up with Nazi. All of it is a strategic plan. It's a strategy to take attention away from Kamala Harris. So we need to not feed into that. And in fact, we need to make it swing in the other direction. Here's what you can do. For every crazy post you watch of what Trump did, share 5 good things about Kamala Harris. And you need to do it everywhere. You need to do it on all your socials. You even need to talk to your neighbors about it, talk to your family about it. If you have a YouTube channel, no matter how small, have the courage to talk about what's important, because this is too important to not talk about. Do you want to be one of those people at the end of World War II who regretted not speaking up in Germany? Because that's really what we're looking at. So you need to use your platform, no matter how big, how small, no matter who looks at it. And you need to be prepared for maybe some not so positive comments and things coming your way. But this is too important. So are we on board with this? Trump's going to get crazy. Who knows what he's going to do next? I mean, he can probably essay somebody on Fifth Avenue. And, I wouldn't be surprised if that's next, right? And there's this whole thing about him going to Ohio, even though the mayor told him not to. It's all to publicity. This is all for him to monopolize the conversation. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. We yell at the media for giving him too much attention. We need to take some responsibility for that. Okay? Are we on board? So you know what the assignment is? For everything you watch about Trump, watch 5 positive things about Kamala Harris and share. Share, share, share. That could also mean sharing negative things about Project 2025, sharing negative and facts. Try to share facts and try to share, legitimate sources when you do. Okay. All right. What do you think? This is how I see it. He's going to try to monopolize the media and our attention. Don't let him do it. He's that bratty, stupid little kid that screams and cries and until you give him attention. Don't do it. All right. That's how I see it. How do you see it? Leave your comments below. I have been sitting in one place for several days. My energy is feeling really good. So my focus is back. Traveling and working at the same time is a lot, especially as I get older. Every year it gets a little harder. But I'm probably back on the road tomorrow. So sorry, this little streak might be over, but I hope not. All right. I'll see you soon. Leave your comments and your thoughts below. Thanks for being here.